Hi, Jack Mitchell, publisher, Ledger-Dispatch. You can almost imagine what it was like as Babe Garbarini sat down to do his weekly column all those years in Jackson on the linotype machine. But instead of just imagining it, what if we could actually show you what that was like? And I'm happy to report that we've uncovered footage from 1983. We're going to show you a little snip of that right now. KCRA 3 out of Sacramento did a feature on the town of Jackson. Here's a little clip of that. We hope you join us Sunday at 5 p.m. on our Facebook page, where we will share the entire half-hour show from 1983, a focus on Jackson, California. Enjoy.
The first story tonight is about a man from Jackson who they call the Herb Cain of Jackson. Unfortunately, this man doesn't have Herb's big following or make Herb's kind of money.
But what Babe Garbarini does must make him the most unique columnist around, or says our Pam Moore.
These are the big boys, the big city, big-time columnists that help sell the papers and have celebrity names that are household words.
But there's another columnist who works in a town that, well, most of you may have heard of, but for a paper, I'll wager most of you have never seen. Now, he may not have the following of the big boys, but what he does, other columnists would never even dream of doing.
The town is Jackson, and as editor-publisher of the Amador Ledger, Babe Garbarini has covered its politics and people since 1931. Since Thursday, October 1st, 1931, as we think about it, his column has been in print. Babe Garbarini is a staunch Republican, hates Jerry Brown, and has a sharp mind. And like all columnists, has an office.
It's at the corner of Main and Water.
And that just happens to be the Wells Fargo bar.
Yes, I suppose you want me to buy you a drink. Right. Yeah. That's where I do a lot of my thinking and drinking.
So this is where Babe gets his inspiration with fellow columnists and city councilmen.
You know, I think that you fellas are doing the right thing by not putting back the parking meters, because I love to watch those meter maids.
But the bar is not where he does what some newsmen might drop dead before doing. For 52 years, Babe has been writing his column on linotype, with no notes, just a script in his head, setting his own type as he goes. Now, you probably know that linotype machines are dinosaurs with newspapers now, nearly extinct except for some weeklies. So why does Babe still do it his way?
Well, I never learned to type. Typewriter scares the hell out of me.
Well, this is anything but a typewriter. Uppercase is on the right and lower on the left. And to make each letter, hot lead from ingots are molded from brass, and the whole thing comes out in reverse. 6 words to a line the Babe can read like regular print. And that makes him a legend. Maybe the only columnist who writes like this, and even fixes the machine when it breaks down. But for Babe, it's just a means to still keep political controversy alive and well in Jackson.
I'm an advocate of the needle instead of the club, the bludgeon.
And he's taken some pot shots at local politicos in his time and made some officials officially mad.
These jackasses read my column, and the next day, one by one, they came in and said, Babe, were you pointing the finger at me? And I always answered the same thing. Does a shoe fit?
And so the story continues, or rather the column. Even though Babe is no longer publisher of the paper, he still does it his way. And if you think he'd have traded places with Herb Cain, just think again.
I hate big cities.
For Weeknight, I'm Pam Moore. Oh well, even Babe makes mistakes sometimes.
Great guy.
So you can see our staff has been wandering around Jackson, even though Betty and I can't get there.
Well, he's worth just going all the way to Jackson just to visit. Quite a colorful
You know, it's
character.
a great town. Used to go there, parked cars. You couldn't even find a place to park on the main drag.
It's true.
We'll be back with more about Jackson in just a moment.